Good morning. So we've just arrived at our next accommodation, and this is actually somewhere we're going to be staying for the next month. We're in Hua Hin in our new apartment, and I'm just going to show you around. So this is the really lovely pool area. And the cool thing is there are loads of places to sit and do some work. And we've got this amazing lobby here, which is where I'll definitely be doing some work from. So yeah, that's amazing. I'll definitely be doing some of my work from there. And it's really great having a space like this that I can work from, because working remotely can be really difficult. You know, it's not all sitting by beaches, in bars, chilling out, sipping cocktails. Sometimes working remotely, especially when you've got a kid with you, is a lot more challenging than you might think. So this is the kind of setup most people think about when they think about working remotely, you know, being in a hotel room or a rented apartment with a desk and a chair and everything. And yeah, sometimes it's like this, but actually I've only been here for a day, and for the last 2 weeks, my workspace has looked like the floor, a cafe, by a swimming pool, and on the bed. This is what a week of working online looks like when you're traveling the world and world schooling your kid. So we started our week in Thailand in Bangkok. And actually, to be honest, that did kind of look like the ideal, Instagrammable, aesthetically pleasing working remotely. We were in a place that was right next to the river in Bangkok. We had a swimming pool, and I actually worked from there for a couple of hours. And there was also a cafe inside, which had aircon and overlooked the pool and the river, and I was able to work there as well. So actually, that was a really good spot to work from. I also took my laptop to cafes around Bangkok, and that perfect remote working setup didn't last too long. Yeah, he didn't like that drink. And that's the thing that nobody really tells you about when they promote this lifestyle, is that you don't just get to work where you want to work. You kind of have to work where your kid is comfortable and happy and has something to do for at least an hour. And of course, your kid's going to be there a lot of the time, unless you've got someone to take care of them, which I don't at the moment. I literally have to work around where he is, and I have to keep an eye on him the whole time. So the actual work I've been doing this week has been a couple of client calls, launching a new coaching program, and doing some emails. Plus, of course, the YouTube videoing, which I do whenever I literally grab 10 minutes or half an hour when Jai is busy, Jai is occupied, Jai's doing schoolwork, or when he's with his friends. Or of course I video when we're out and about as well. So I kind of incorporate that into our day-to-day lives as well. But that's the whole point, isn't it? That you have to be flexible. There isn't a 9 to 5. There's no real routine. There's no real structure to this. And obviously that's one of the reasons why I do it and why I love it, because I don't want that rigid structure and having to turn up at 9 o'clock and log off at 5 o'clock. I don't want that lifestyle. So that's kind of part of the point. But you have to be flexible, you have to be adaptable, you have to go with the flow a little bit. And of course, that also goes with having calls as well with clients. Is, you know, if they're based in the UK, I'm based here in Bangkok, the time difference. So I have to be flexible with the time difference. I have to be available funny hours of the day. I have to work in the evening sometimes, or even early morning, to get things done before Jai gets out of bed. So then we went from Bangkok to Kanchanaburi, which is about a 2-hour drive west from Bangkok. And I got to work by the pool here, and working by the pool is so nice until you have to obviously watch your child and you have to film them doing some swimming, because, you know, working by a pool with a kid means every 5 minutes it's mum, look at me, watch me, look what I'm doing. And you have to still be there for them, obviously. But our hotel room had a desk, so I was able to do some work from there as well. Until that is, Jai decided that he wanted to use the desk for his drawing and I was relegated to sitting on the bed. So I didn't fight it. I just put myself on the bed, hunched over, doing my back in, because I think sometimes having a quiet, happy, occupied child doing some artwork is well worth a little bit of back pain, especially when you're in Thailand and there's massages everywhere. Good morning. We're just getting ready for an overnight trip to a nearby waterfall called Erawan Falls. And that's actually, we're going to stay on the lake, which is close to the falls, meet some friends there. And then tomorrow we're going to the falls to have a look and have a bit of a day out, really. And we're not taking any laptops, iPads, nothing. I'm taking my phone because obviously I need my phone for things. But yeah, it's going to be like 2 days of screen-free time for both of us. And I think that's really important when you're traveling and when you're working remotely, is because you kind of get into the habit of wherever you are, there's Wi-Fi, so you can do a bit of work or you can do a bit of something, you know, so you end up just sitting on your laptop anywhere you go, really. And I think really part of long-term traveling and working remotely is being able to separate work and enjoying yourself. And it is so easy to fall into the trap of just working all the time. So I do try to separate when I'm working and when I'm not working. And having these sort of mini breaks, like a holiday within a holiday, if you like, is really good. It's really helpful. And it's actually good for Jai as well, because obviously I'm not working, but also he's not stuck on the screen, because he does tend to spend quite a lot of time playing Minecraft or doing lessons as well, doing schoolwork stuff. And this is a break for him too. And it's actually the weekend, so it's a good chance to decompress, get off the screens, leave a laptop in the hotel where we're leaving our luggage, just go away and have some fun. Where we are at the moment, we're really lucky. The Wi-Fi is fantastic. And most places we've been in Thailand so far have had really good Wi-Fi. But that hasn't been the case everywhere we've been. So actually, way back when we were traveling around Europe and I was doing a lot of online calls, the Wi-Fi was terrible in a lot of places. And if I was on a call with somebody, the Wi-Fi would drop out. It was really frustrating and actually quite embarrassing as well, because if you're showing up teaching and that your Wi-Fi is terrible, it's not a good look. Happily, in Southeast Asia, we haven't had that problem yet. So fingers crossed, we will keep having decent Wi-Fi here. I think the other terrible place really was Goa. And it wasn't so much the Wi-Fi was bad, it was just that the power kept going off. So you'd be sitting there doing some work and then there'd be power cuts at least 3 or 4 times a day. And of course, with that, the Wi-Fi goes off. So that was really frustrating too. So it's really important, if you are going to work remotely, to make sure that, especially if you're doing calls and you have to be on a Zoom call or whatever, that you have really good Wi-Fi, because that is, I think, the number one thing that we need as digital nomads, people who work remotely. You've got to have good Wi-Fi. So now we are in Hua Hin for the month. We have got a proper apartment with a workspace. There's an actual working area downstairs, which is really beautiful. It's right next to the swimming pool, which is gorgeous too. And lots of people I've noticed are doing work downstairs in the lobby. But I think the most important thing about this place, it's not the Wi-Fi or where I can work. It's actually having people here that can help. Because especially while I'm traveling on my own with Jai, having that community, having other friends here, other people who are working online, can be an absolute game changer, because they can look after Jai for a couple of hours while I work, and obviously I can look after their kids too while they work. And that, I think, is more valuable than any setup that you can have. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? No one really talks about that side of it, and Wi-Fi speeds and co-working spaces, but actually you just need community. You just need people around you that will support you and know what you're going through and will help you out. So that's it. 2 weeks of working online so far in Thailand, from being on the bed to sitting by swimming pools, by rivers, random cafes in Bangkok, and now a really comfortable setup that I've had just for a day now. Give me another month and I will let you know if this has actually been a good place to work from. If this sounds like something you'd love to do as well, and you're wondering how on earth people make money while they're traveling and working remotely, I have got a free guide that's perfect for you. How to make your first £100 online. And it's the exact starting point I always give people who come to me asking me that question. If you want to download this, it's completely free and the link is in the description. And I'd love to hear in the comments, if you do this already and you work remotely and you travel the world, what is the weirdest place you have worked from?